Welcome to Fortitude through Stoicism, and we are into another month. This is October. We are talking about virtue and kindness. So, without further ado, let your virtue shine bright. Today on Fortitude through Stoicism, and this is my 365-day journey of implementing the ancient philosophy of Stoicism into the life of this modern masculine man. Let virtue shine bright. The quote by Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor. Does the light of a lamp shine and keep its glow until its fuel is spent? Why shouldn't your truth, your justice, your self-control shine until you are extinguished? So really what he's saying here is, once you light that light, let it burn bright. Be a good person, literally until your last breath. I mean, this one is it's like, hello, Captain Obvious. But anyway, Seneca writes, and he was repeating someone, but Seneca writes, we mortals are lighted and extinguished. The light of reason suffuses the universe. Whether the wick of your lamp is being lit for the very first time or after a long period of darkness, or even right before the proverbial big sleep, it makes no difference. Here is where you are now, and it is as good a place as any to let virtue shine and continue to shine for as long as you exist. Pretty straightforward lesson here, right? So I always ask myself when I read this, what did the Stoics mean by virtue, right? It's a question, right? Because you hear that all the time, virtue, virtue, virtue. And so really what we're hearing is, and again, this is a reference, right? So I'm just taking a snippet. It says, virtue, according to a Stoic, refers to the state of living in accordance with reason, encompassing the qualities of wisdom, courage, justice, moderation, which are considered the only true good and necessary for fulfilling life. So if we go back to this and we say, okay, so let virtue, okay, so let your wisdom shine bright. Let your courage, let your justice, let your temperance and moderation shine bright. That means be the example, right? Walk the path. It is not your responsibility to tell other people how to live. It is your responsibility to live the best life possible. And again, Stoicism gives us a framework for that. Many people have their own lipstick on that pig and exactly how that looks, but really, courage is courage. Moderation is moderation. Justice is justice. Wisdom is wisdom. Those guiding principles are what help us see what virtue really is. So let's take me for an example. Period of long darkness. In the history of humanity, we refer to the Dark Ages, right? We refer to the Dark Ages as a period of darkness. Why? Medieval stuff. I mean, we went through the Enlightenment thereafter, but there was a period where humans were just finding terrible ways to murder humans and using the name of God to do terrible things around the world. It was really just a horrible time in humanity. And good morning. Playing with the button. So for me, the Dark Ages was my marriage. Hello, did it again. The Dark Ages was got your attention, didn't I? The Dark Ages was my marriage. And again, I'm not blaming my ex-wife, not blaming her. What I'm simply saying is I put myself in a place that wasn't my natural nature. It wasn't, I wasn't in accordance with nature. Why? Because I'm not monogamous. this. And I don't live a sedentary lifestyle. I live a very nomadic lifestyle. And I live a lifestyle of extreme frugality and moderation. That was the complete opposite of my wife. So again, I'm not blaming her because I picked her, I stayed, I did all of those things. But for me, those 10 years, for me, was the dark ages. I made no progress in my life. I regressed in my life. My body went to shit during that 10 years. I missed an entire decade of pouring into my brain and building. A man needs to build to have purpose, to feel like a man. But when you systematically strip all that away from him, there's nothing left. So then you wonder why you don't have a man. Curious, isn't it? So for me, that was my period of darkness. And then I lit that candle October 3rd, 2018. That was my rebirth. That was when I decided to live. And now I've gone through many phases. And just recently, over the last month, I've had another epiphany. I've reached the top of another proverbial mountain in my life. And I was at a dead end. I had checked every box I wanted to check. And really, I was kind of questioning my why. And a very close friend of mine kind of gave me, the right question at the right time, and it sent me back on my path. So when we're on the top of the mountain, there's two choices. We can jump to our death, or we can sprout wings and fly. And so that's what I've done by lighting the candle in my virtue. I've worked on my character over the years. And now it's made all the difference. So now my character shines bright. Yes, I'm a beacon for moderation. Yes, I'm a beacon for courage. I do things that other people won't do or can't do. Yes, I'm a beacon for wisdom because I consistently pour into my knowledge and I execute and exercise observation and experience, Aristotle. So today, on the first day of the new month for Stoicism, again, we are talking about virtue and kindness. So today, I'm going to do something a little different. I never asked for likes. I never asked to follow me on YouTube. I never asked for that. But I also want to know if you got a golden nugget. So each day, if you listen to this, just go ahead and tap that like button down there. Not that you like this, but I want to know if you actually received something of value here, right? Because again, a lot of this is me regurgitating and then this is my journey, my interpretation of Stoicism, and me implementing the lessons into my life. However, by sharing this journey, I'm hoping that someone will gain some golden nuggets and some value from my path and my journey. So if you could, golden nugget, go ahead and smash that button down below. And if you know someone that can learn from this, hit that share button, guys. And on that, it's time to get to the day.